Hey everyone. So it's been quite a month, and I need to pull back on the curtain of the production side of the channel for a moment here to inform you of some very serious changes that will be coming soon. A lot of what is driving these changes was prompted partly by the changes YouTube made this week regarding monetization, as well as my own feelings regarding the channel over the past half year or so. Now keep in mind, I've never monetized the channel. However, because of the changes that have happened on YouTube, I no longer have the choice to activate it at any time. In addition, it's been about 5 years since I started doing Let's Plays on the channel with my old Minecraft series, and I'm only just barely past the 78% mark on the number of subscribers needed now, based on Google's new minimums. Creating further concern behind this is the fact that the most successful videos from last year on my channel was not related to either Final Fantasy XIV or Phantasy Star Online 2. Instead, they were my installation video for the Phantasy Star Universe Clementine server and the first look at Phantasy Star Nova. And let's be honest, if I have around 780 subscribers, but after a week a new video is only getting between 40 to 80 views, it tells me most of the subscribers aren't really watching. I do have a core group that watches regularly, but this is still problematic. I need to be clear that this isn't whining, but rather concern that the effort I put into the channel for the past 5 years compared to my current subscriber base tells me that the content I'm covering is too niche for me to grow at this point. I will also admit that it's not lost on me that even if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm not going to see any revenue for a while, given current CPM rates, and if that really was my goal, there are better ways to do it. However, things have definitely stagnated regarding growth. With all of this in mind, it's time for some major changes to come to the channel. These are necessary if I'm ever going to reach the new required target within any reasonable time frame. We're entering a phase on the channel where I want to focus on subscriber growth, rather than focusing on what I've grown used to over the past several years. This is going to happen in a two-step process. First, I want to make myself more accessible to you beyond just the comment box. Since I still don't have access to the community tab on YouTube, I need to look to other options to fulfill that kind of function. As such, effective immediately for anyone that is interested, I am opening a Discord. I don't know if any of you are interested in this at all, but I want to trial this, and if the response is good, we'll take it from there. You can find the link to that in the description below. Just keep in mind my job still comes first in all this, and so I hope you can respect that since it pays for me to have a roof over my head, and since it provides what's necessary in order for me to do this hobby, please don't be surprised if during the week I can't respond immediately. Secondly, there are going to be some major programming changes coming in March. Between now and then, I will be focusing on finishing Episode 4 of Phantasy Star Online 2, which I'm told I'm actually fairly close to. I will also be covering the launch of Patch 4.2 for Final Fantasy XIV, which is expected to come out towards the end of the month. Now starting March 6th, the content on the channel will be making a major shift. Honestly, there are several games that came out last year that I sadly never got a chance to play because of my focus on the channel, as well as work in general. Because the schedule was already filled with Phantasy Star Online 2 and Final Fantasy XIV, there was never really a good time to jump into these games, outside of the week I set aside for Cosmic Star Heroine. This is essentially a clean break, and will finally be my chance to really expand the channel beyond my bread and butter series, and to be a bit more chill in how I handle games in general. While I love the Phantasy Star series, it is holding the growth of the channel back at this point. This is a reality I've been avoiding for a very long time, and it's time to take action. To kick off the new content, on March 6th, I'll be doing a daily live stream series for the Windows release of Final Fantasy XV until at least I finish the game or we reach Monday, March 12th, when I'll need to return to work. Following this, there will be additional new games being introduced to the channel, along with patch 4.2.5 of Final Fantasy XIV, whenever that releases, where the new Eureka content will be released. All this will be in a live stream format, so I don't have to waste time with editing. Now, along with the programming changes, There's also going to be a shift in how I handle games as well. In the past, I've done very long series with the games I play. Phantasy Star Online 2 is at 190 episodes now, and I feel that's also holding the channel back. I'd like to be able to move into new games more frequently, and so there may be games that receive a relatively small number of episodes. Think back to my coverage of the Stanley Parable. I didn't cover everything you could do in that, but I put my own spin on it for the last episode. Of course, if a game just isn't working, similar to Mighty No. 9, I'll drop it. If you want hard numbers and what's driving all this, in the last 30 days the channel has only grown by 6 subscribers. In the last 90 days, only 19 people have subscribed. The other thing on my mind is it seems people aren't really interested in retro games at this point. I was only one of a handful of streamers that covered Cosmic Star Heroine last year, yet the number of viewers I got was relatively low. I had thought I'd found a golden nugget that angered players would have gravitated towards when people found out about Yooka-Laylee and the whole JonTron situation, but sadly the viewers never materialized. Just to be absolutely clear, with this shift in content, Phantasy Star Online 2 will be going on a hiatus. But it's not just only because of all this. There's also the fact that Chapter 2 of Episode 5 isn't even done yet from a translation perspective, so it's not like we'll even be able to get very far in it anyway if I were to pick up Episode 5 again immediately. We'd get back into Omega only to get stopped figuratively by a brick wall. I'm very appreciative for the work the translation team has done, and I know for a fact that one of the members on the team will watch this channel specifically to see where there are translation issues so they can go back and fix them. I guess I'd like to wait until the third area of Episode 5 comes out and is translated, at which point we'll return to Phantasy Star Online 2, just so there's a good bit of content to actually go through. This isn't set in stone, but let's be honest. Once I'm caught up to the story, there's only so much I can cover outside of the story. It's my hope with the changes coming to the channel, we'll have more subscribers coming in, and then once more of the translation has been completed, we'll be able to pick back up with Phantasy Star in time. I certainly have no intention of giving that up forever, but if my channel is going to survive at this point, these drastic measures are necessary. Thank you for your understanding and your continued viewership. You all give me the energy I need to keep going. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll be waiting for you in the Discord linked below.